Hi, it's Pete the Bumbling Modeler. This is just a quick little video. I've been making, it's in the background, this bike's in the background here, and I need to get this finished off before I go on to something else. And I need to make a circular mask, so I can paint the outside of this disc a steel colour. What am I trying? I'm waffling a bit now, as usual. So to get the diameter right, you can't measure it easily because you've got this spigot standing up in the middle, and there's a way I do it I thought it might be useful to share. So I've got an old pair of dividers. It's actually a compass, and instead of a pin and a needle, a pin and a piece of lead, I've got a pin and an old sewing needle. So with geometry, you can get that circle pretty accurately. So what I do, so I get the outside diameter here. Everyone may know this, they may not, so I don't know, just ignore me if you do. Get the outside diameter measured, and obviously with the compass we need a radius, and that's the tricky bit that we're trying to circumnavigate. So that's about, I'll just check it a few places, I'd say that's about right there. So we've set that as a diameter, we want a radius. We've got a small piece of masking tape here. I've drawn a pencil line on it. If I put my compass anywhere on that pencil line, stab that and stab that to make 2 marks. I don't know if that stands out that clearly on camera actually, but I'll just mark it here. It doesn't stand out clearly at all, does it? I can't see it. And here. Now if I were to set this compass at any point slightly over halfway distance, you don't have to be accurate. I can't really see that well because I've got my camera actually. My disadvantage is can't get my head really close. But anything over halfway, and scribe an arc. Anything over this way, over halfway, and scribe an arc. I then get a centre line here, which I can join up with a pencil line. It's awkward to see when you can't get your head in close. Oh, never thought that through, did I? There and there. I've now got the centre of that line we've drawn. I can get my, try to get my head at the right angle. I should probably feel it better than get my compass to that centre line. Then in theory, I can scribe a circle of exactly the diameter I want. I've got an old cutting mat I use for this, and a new one I put on top because I am used to it, and that'll give us the circle of the mask we want, and then just make a little hole in the middle so it goes to that spigot, and we can mask that off with any old bit of old tack. The middle one's not accurate. In fact, we'll just get a scriber. Took a chunk. It's the outside radius we want to be absolutely spot on. If it was just a flat disc, it wouldn't matter. But if it was just a flat disc, it's quite easy to measure. So peel that off. On that bit, peel this outer off. And that should just drop on that brake disc. Oops. Nearly. Where's my tweezers? Here's the right diameter, just getting it lined up now. But that's a way of doing it without having to worry about setting compasses and dividers. You can get the exact diameter you want, near enough perfect. I've put it on a bit out of centre. But yeah, it's using geometry rather than measuring to get the perfect diameter. So you set that to recap, you set that to the diameter you want, make 2 marks across here which correspond to the diameter, set it slightly over halfway, scribe an arc and scribe an arc. Where those arcs intersect, draw a line right through. That gives you the dead centre for the radius. Set that from that centre line to the outer edge, and you'll get a perfect diameter mask every time. Now, I'm probably not going to line that up any better than that, because disc brakes are only shiny where the wheels hit it anyway. But that's how I do it without faffing about with calipers and measuring and trying to set that right. You get it right every time. And it's an old way we used to do it in a drawing office before CAD. So I didn't know if everyone would be aware of that. So I thought it might be worth sharing with you. Anyway, if you knew about that, sorry for boring you. If you didn't, I hope it helps. So thanks for watching. Bye.